and that is that temperatures are well above freezing. Now, the moisture that's out there right now, really fine, so fine as a matter of fact, not really being picked up very well on live Doppler radar. Really can't say that there's any light rain going on, just some patchy mist here and there. That's going to be the case for this morning. We're in for another gray and gloomy day, but our temperatures are well above average. Typically, this time of year, this time of day, we're below freezing. But look at this. We're in the mid-40s, even upper 40s. Battle Creek right now at 48 degrees, 47 in Kalamazoo. Coldwater, Sturgis, Grand Rapids all at 45. It's in the mid-40s along the lakeshore. Good news here as well. Last couple of mornings, visibility has been an issue, but not so. Right now, visibility at 8 miles in Kalamazoo, 9 in Battle Creek. These numbers just adjusting now for the top of the hour readings. Down to 3 in Grand Rapids and Muskegon. Still, that's not too bad. Temperatures today are going to be in the mid to upper 40s all day long. In fact, this evening, we're going to be around 48 degrees with cloudy skies. Not going to rule out a little bit of drizzle from time to time, but for the most part, just a lot of clouds. I'll have more on what's ahead for this week coming up in just a bit, Jared.
Thank you much, Keith. A $1.1 trillion spending bill is headed to the president's desk to keep the government running through next year. News Channel 3's Brittany Gray joins us live in the newsroom with the details. Good morning, Brittany.
Good morning, Jared. The Senate passed the legislation late last night after an all-day session. It funds most of the federal government through the end of the fiscal year. That's in September. Now, I say most because the Department of Homeland Security is the lone exception. It is only funded through February. No surprise, this bill, while compromise, was met with opposition on both sides of the aisle. Democrats were not happy about the repeal of a banking regulation. Republicans, on the other hand, upset that there was no amendment that would ban government funds for the president's executive order on immigration.
Tonight, both Democrats and Republicans will have the opportunity to show America whether they stand with a president who is defying the will of the voters.
The junior senator from Texas is wrong on several counts.
Getting this bill through Congress means there will be no government shutdown this time. Reporting live in the newsroom, Brittany Gray, News Channel 3.
Thank you, Brittany. There is only one day left to sign up for insurance under the Affordable Care Act if you want coverage by the first of the year. Open enrollment is right now through February 15th. The millions of Americans already enrolled could see some changes in their plans and premiums in the year to come. Studies suggest the current premiums are going up more than 5%, but there are 63 additional plan options to choose from, which could give people lower cost options. State Director for Enroll America says last year 87% of all those enrolled received financial assistance. Big changes in Battle Creek as the Air National Guard base enters a new phase, and Governor Snyder was there for the unveiling. The governor had the opportunity to pin service medals on members of the 110th Airlift Wing and witnessed the unveiling of the new name as the airmen move into this new phase. News Channel 3's Amy Hybels has more.
As of today, officially, we are now the 110th Attack Wing.
The Air National Guard base is moving into a new phase as it gets ready to break ground on a $7 million renovation project that will convert this space into a remotely piloted aircraft operations center.
Once that is built, we will bring those folks back here and we will fly RPAs from here overseas, wherever the contingency happens to be.
Wing Commander Colonel Ron Wilson says right now they have 12 pilots working with sensor operators and intelligence coordinators at other units across the country. Hiring is underway, and they hope to have a staff of 208 working out of the RPA Operations Center on the base. Operations Group Commander Colonel Keir Knapp says they'll be able to do all of their top secret flying capabilities from that building.
And we'll be able to, from that building, fly airplanes anywhere else in the world. So 8,000 miles away, we'll control them from here in Battle Creek, and then the airplane itself would be in Afghanistan or Africa or South America or wherever.
Governor Snyder is supportive of the RPA mission at the base.
It means a continuing presence and growing presence for the Guard here.
He's also optimistic about Fort Custer's chances of getting a ballistic missile defense system. The training center in Calhoun County is among 4 finalists for the site that local officials say could bring in nearly 1,800 jobs to the area and pump billions of dollars into the local economy.
If the program moves ahead, we have a very good opportunity, and I know everyone's committed to working hard to get it here.
All right, that was Amy Hybels reporting. Not everyone is on board with the prospect of the Fort Custer Training Center becoming the site of ballistic missile defense system. At a public hearing this summer, demonstrators expressed concern about the cost involved, $3 to $4 billion, and the possibility of Fort Custer becoming a target. Right now, there is an environmental impact study on the 4 sites that are still under investigation. Popular rideshare services such as Uber and Lyft are easing their expansion here in Michigan. This after legislation was introduced to create statewide rules. The rideshares compete directly with taxis, but use personal cars to transport passengers. All you need is a smartphone app to order a ride. The bill died in the House last week, meeting resistance from the taxi industry and auto insurance companies. It is expected to be reintroduced in the next session. New this morning, deputies in Ottawa County are investigating a crash that sent one person to the hospital. They were called to I-196 east of 32nd Avenue in Hudsonville just before 10 last night. They found a vehicle crashed into a median. Deputies say the victim is 28-year-old Michaela Northice from Holland. According to deputies, the driver in front of her hit the brakes. Northice swerved and lost control. The car went off the north side of the road, hit a guardrail, then crossed both lanes of traffic, eventually stopping in the median. She was taken to the hospital. Good news is she has non-life-threatening injuries. Some sad news to pass along this morning. A Michigan news icon has passed away this weekend. Bill Bonds, known for his work on the anchor desk at WXYZ TV in Detroit, died from a heart attack Saturday afternoon. Bonds worked for the ABC station from 1963 to 68, then returned in 1975, finally retiring 20 years later. In 2010, he was inducted into the Michigan Association of Broadcasters Hall of Fame. Bonds was 82 years old. Over in East Lansing this weekend, 200 people gathered outside Michigan State University's commencement ceremonies protesting a speech by columnist George Will over his commentary on sexual assault reporting in colleges. According to the Lansing State Journal, Will didn't mention the protest during his speech. However, more than a dozen students stood as he spoke and turned their backs to him, and several others in the audience did the same or held up newspapers. Activists this week delivered petitions signed by tens of thousands of people to university officials opposing Will's speech over his commentaries. In a June column, Will questioned statistics cited by President Barack Obama's administration and suggested that federal authorities were making victimhood a coveted status. University President Lou Anna Simon said in an online statement that the decision to invite Will was made before the column. In Three Rivers, Michigan, state police packed their patrol cars with presents. With the help of the community troopers, collected new unwrapped toys as well as non-perishable food items, all part of their Stuff a Blue Goose campaign. Everything collected will be turned over to the Salvation Army. Presents will be wrapped and handed out to families in St. Joseph County.
It's not so great for a lot of people. Still, there's still a lot of families that need the basic things, and this way we can get these right to those families.
If you'd like to get involved, you can still donate. Collection boxes are out at the Dollar General stores in White Pigeon and Constantine. Girls on the Run of Greater Kalamazoo has opened a late registration to get even more girls into the program. Open registration is taking place right now until Monday. The program is all about building confidence in young women and promoting a healthy lifestyle through running. If you would like more information, we have a link to the Girls on the Run website and their Facebook page at wwmt.com. A woman takes off in her car with multiple kids inside, leading police on a high-speed chase, and it's all caught on camera. Plus, Santa Claus is getting kids their gifts while leaving the reindeer behind. Why he's taking a fire truck around one small town in Connecticut. We'll tell you after the break.
Closing alerts sent to your email or cell. Go to WWMT.com.
It's Yonkers Christmas Countdown Sale this Sunday through Thursday. Most stores open 7 a.m. to midnight. Save 25 to 50% store-wide. Like 40 to 50% off ladies and men's sweaters. $24.99 ladies sleepwear. Kids' toys 40 to 50% off. And 50% off entire stock of luggage. Plus, use your coupon available online and take an extra $50 off your purchase of $100 or more. Shop in-store or online. Yonkers.
Think you know football? Put your gridiron IQ to the test and play Pigskin Picks. Get in the game on your own or with friends. Make your picks each week for a shot at a Samsung Galaxy and other prizes.
Pigskin Picks, brought to you by Xfinity. This
This month, Gun Lake Casino is giving you 2 exciting new ways to win. Every Friday and Sunday, it's the $150,000 holiday prize giveaway. Spin the wheel for cash, TVs, iPads, even a new snowmobile. Hourly winners from 4 to 8 p.m. And every Tuesday in December, you can grab up to 10 grand at our Cash Grab Blizzard. 2 winners every hour from 3 to 7 p.m. Earn entries on all your favorite slots and table games. The holiday prize giveaway and Cash Grab Blizzard, only at Gun Lake Casino.
Where style and technology meet. Lighting and decor by JSM. Light up someone's holidays with a gift they'll love. Artwork, accessories, lamps, and more. Visit Lighting and Decor by JSM on Romance Road in Portage or at jsmcreations.com.
There's no need to put away your clubs for the winter. Put them in your car and head for year-round golf. Practice your swing on one of the 34 tee stations. Work on your putting. Or play any one of the 30 world-famous courses on our golf simulators. So whether you're swinging a club for the first time or you've played all your life, Year-Round Golf is the place to go to work on your game or to just have a little fun. Year-Round Golf on US 131 in Schoolcraft.
Now, Pete Thompson with your Severe Weather Center forecast.
It looks like another gray day for us here in West Michigan. Boy, we've been sucked in with the clouds ever since Friday. And then yesterday, of course, gloomy, fog. Today, it's going to be much more the same. Gray skies, mild temperatures, though, today, as we're going to be hovering right around that 50-degree mark by the time the day is done. Occasional drizzle, not out of the question, but I don't think that we're going to see any widespread showers. It's the same story on Monday with colder air coming later on in the week. Boy, it is not like December to be sure, as our temperature trend here continues to be up at a time, typically, of course, when it's going in the other direction. And here's what I mean. You'll see that we have a mild start to the week coming up here with our temperatures in the upper 40s to around 50. Not only today and tomorrow, but even Tuesday as well. A cold front coming in here on Tuesday. We'll be dropping those temps. Wednesday, Thursday, we'll come back to earth with those temperatures getting closer to the mid-30s for highs, and that could come with a little bit of light snow. Even so, our weather will be tranquil, quiet for the next several days. That's something else that's not really characteristic, of course, of mid-December. Live Doppler radar right now, it's quiet. We're not seeing anything here on the radar as far as rain is concerned. However, as we've noted with the MDOT cameras a couple of times already in the last hour or so, the roads are a bit damp. That's because the air is awfully moist. 47 and cloudy right now in Kalamazoo, but we don't really have any fog to speak of, or not much anyway, I should say. Notice there's a bit of a gap here between the air temperature at 47 and the dew point at 43. So the air is not saturated in Kalamazoo. 48 degrees in Battle Creek, 47 in Holland, 45 in Grand Rapids. It's a pretty narrow temperature range out there, and this is really unseasonably mild. This time of day, this time of year, should be in the upper 20s to around 30. Visibility is the lowest right now in Grand Rapids, Muskegon, Lansing, away at about 3 to 4 miles, the same in South Haven, but that's not bad. And it's much better around Kalamazoo and Battle Creek, 8 to 9 miles of visibility. So like I said, the fog is not as much an issue as it has been for the last couple of days. Check out Storm Tracker. Notice this shade of gray here. This is like a deck of clouds that covers much of the region. So just about everybody in our region socked in with clouds. Look at this cloud pattern going up and over. This is running right along with the jet stream, taking a big ride up to the north. Again, not characteristic of December, and that's what's allowing these mild temperatures to come into our region. It's going to be mild everywhere around West Michigan today. 49 for the high with cloudy skies tonight, cloudy, and 43. Again, not going to rule out a sprinkle here and there, a little bit of drizzle, but not likely that we'll see too much of that. Same story for Monday, slight chance of drizzle every now and then. A better chance for some light rain coming in Tuesday, right ahead of a cold front that will drop our temps for Wednesday and give us a chance for some light snow. Still, if you're waiting for that winter shoe to drop with an Arctic blast or a big winter storm, you're going to have to keep waiting, because the next 7 days are going to be relatively quiet, but getting colder by about in the middle of the week. Don't count out a white Christmas just yet, but we're starting to get a little nervous here in the Weather Center about that.
We'll keep on dreaming. Keep on dreaming of one.
That's right. You might have to provide it yourself in your dreams.
All right. Thanks a lot, Keith. This is graduation weekend for a number of college students, but there's one graduate of Pittsburgh State University in Pittsburgh, Kansas, who's been getting second glances. Tim Spears met with the young man who gives a whole new meaning to non-traditional student.
Alex Jager isn't your typical college graduate. He's a double major in music and biology. He's a classically trained pianist and currently learning to speak Russian.
I guess it's not normal. So it's kind of out of the blue and very shocking.
Shocking when you realize he's only 15.
As an 18-month-old, he was fascinated with the numbers on the clock. He also liked books a lot, so I would buy him 2 or 3 books every week, and he would go through them, and we just keep more books, more books, more books.
Alex's father took him out of public school when the school wouldn't allow Alex to progress fast enough.
I was in kindergarten, then I skipped to 2nd grade, but they wouldn't let me skip to 4th grade, and they put me in 3rd grade because I was too small. They wouldn't let me be with larger kids.
Working at his own pace, Alex became a freshman at Pittsburgh State University at the age of 10.
In the first semesters, it was rather simple. I could understand concepts quickly.
Now an official college graduate, Alex says it wasn't just talent that got him here, but the opportunity to take advantage from those that believe in him.
Prepare your child, give them that upper level reading. Don't let them regress. Keep the challenge on them.
I think for most parts that I was able to be given the opportunity to act on that gift and be able to nurture it. I think maybe there are other people like me out there that maybe haven't had that opportunity.
In Pittsburgh, Tim Spears, KOAM News.
While still unsure what he wants to do professionally, Alex is currently applying to Texas A&M University and looking into the plant research programs. The holiday season is the perfect time to teach your kids why it's important to give. Find out how some moms are bringing the lesson to life.
BS Monday is full of surprises.
Merry Christmas to me.
With Callan in love.
What are we doing? I think we're dancing, but I could be wrong.
And guys in disguises.
He robbed someone he shouldn't have.
There's so much to see you won't want to miss. Kenzie and Deeks.
I want to be bold.
And they're passionate. You'll just have to tune in for that one.
You're such a Grinch.
Catch a jolly new NCIS LA, CBS this Monday.
Good jobs with great companies. OnStaff USA has positions available now. If you're looking for a job or looking for a change, you'll find a complete listing of jobs and how to apply at OnStaffUSA.com.
This holiday season, kids dream of amazing toys. And so do their parents. Especially with zero first payment, zero down, zero deposit, and zero do-it signing on the all-new Chrysler 200.
I've been a good boy this year.
Now at the Chrysler Big Finish event. Well-qualified returning Chrysler Group lessees get a low-mileage lease on 200 Limited for $247 a month with zero do-it signing.
Want to make a difference in your child's education?
Parents are advocates for their students. They want to do what's best.
A tuition-free online school program powered by K-12 could really benefit them.
The K-12 curriculum can work for any child at any level.
K-12 is individualized to fit any student, including advanced learners and students from kindergarten to college prep.
Now accepting statewide enrollments in Michigan for students in grades K through 12. Call today or go online for more information.
Engineers, would you like to make up to $100 an hour? Who wouldn't? Go to OnStaffUSA.com for a complete listing of engineering jobs now available with local companies. Find a job with OnStaffUSA.com.
All right, well, parents have a hard lesson to teach their kids, and there's no better time for it than right now, the holidays. It's learning why they should focus on giving rather than receiving gifts. Some mothers showed special correspondent Sheila Gray how they bring that lesson to life. It's this morning's Family 411.
Who's this one for?
Nikki Marksberry is helping her 4-year-old daughter Carmen make gift tags for Christmas.
Good job.
Nikki comes from a crafty family. Her grandma passed down her love for knitting.
So new babies get
a stuffed teddy bear.
She recycles boxes to make sketch pads for kids, and Carmen loves to paint.
Last year we did snowflakes. We give gifts that are less commercialized, whether that be handmade things or items that are really more like gifts of time.
Right now, so much is just mass produced, and I think it's really neat to have something that's one of a kind.
Mother of two, Rebecca Barhorse creates custom cakes, children's clothing, scarves, tote bags, even jewelry.
These are my favorites. These little bird's nest necklaces. I have two little eggs being watched by their mama bird.
Rebecca's 5-year-old daughter Emerson shares her passion.
I like to include her in everything that I make, especially for the holidays. She loves getting messy and also, you know, glitter. Are you going to do a twirl?
You can see the love in her glittery, handmade, frozen dress-up gown and Emerson's one-of-a-kind ornaments.
She has, I think, a really good sense of pride when she gives her gifts to her grandparents and her cousins.
Not to mention their talents are real money savers at a time of year when a lot of families fight to keep from busting the budget.
It's come in really handy because when I decided to stay home with the kids, our budget was cut in half.
The children are learning the holidays are not about how much you spend or what you receive.
Who's this one for?
Lucy Foles.
Lucy Foles.
The real gifts come in the giving and the time spent together.
Is it fun to make things with your mom?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I just love her.
Every family has its own way of giving during the holiday season. You can find more ideas from moms on the Real Simple website. We have a link at our website, WWMT.com. In Connecticut this weekend, Santa Claus was giving Rudolph and company a little break by delivering presents from a fire truck. Jolly Old St. Nicholas made a pit stop to visit families across the area of Fairfield. Firefighters say this is the 8th year in a row that Santa has hitched a ride on one of their trucks. The way it works is families register to be on Santa's Stop Here list months in advance, and when the iconic man shows up, the family donates to local charities.
It's exciting to see the expressions of the little ones as you come in with the guy in the red suit.
Good to know that Santa takes bribes. These are good bribes, though. 3 organizations received donations from the firefighters this year, including the Burn Center at the Bridgeport Hospital. A big celebration at a Chicago area hospital this weekend. Meet the twin girls who entered the world on the last sequential calendar day for decades to come. We'll tell you their story in a minute.
Is the season of warmth and love and a family togetherness celebrated over the holiday feast. But sadly, not everyone in our community has this simple holiday tradition. God's Kitchen, Battle Creek, is happy to give a free meal to our hungriest citizens, not just during the holidays, but throughout the year. They've served over 34,000 meals in their first year alone and would like to continue these efforts. Awarded a Congressional Certificate of Honor for their contributions, God's Kitchen, Battle Creek Soup Kitchen needs your help. Please visit their website at godskitchenbattlecreek.org to make your safe and secure tax-deductible donation today, or mail your donation to Post Office Box 4127, Battle Creek, 49016. Put your money where their mouth is and help feed the hungry of our community.
Put your health first with News Channel 3's Health Matters. Get connected to various health professionals across West Michigan at WWMT.com. Plus, look for helpful healthcare hints during our newscasts. Information for Health Matters is provided by these area professionals.
Calvin Klein, Ralph Lauren, Polo, Nautica, Michael Kors. Where can you get all these designer brands and an experienced staff? You don't have to go to New York. Just shop at Libbins on Cork. Visit Libbins during the holiday sale for great savings store-wide. Discover the discounts in the big and tall department. Find gifts for under $30. And Libbins has women's wear and features Brighton accessories. Great fashion close to home. Libbins Men's and Women's Wear at Cork Street and Lovers Lane in Kalamazoo.
Reward yourself when you give the gift of food from Cafe Melly. Buy a $25 holiday gift card and get a $5 gift card free. Buy a $50 card and get a $10 card free. And don't forget, we have a $2.99 breakfast 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Cafe Melly, Kalamazoo.
Making headlines this Sunday morning, Afghanistan's president is vowing he will never give up the fight against militant attacks. In a speech this morning, President Ashraf Ghani called on all religions, political and social leaders to condemn the violence. On Saturday alone, insurgents killed at least 19 people. The president's words come just 2 weeks before most international combat troops will withdraw from Afghanistan. This comes 13 years after the U.S.-led invasion following the September 11th terror attacks. Today marks 2 years since the Newtown school shooting in Connecticut. Local officials and others touched by the tragedy have been busy on many fronts as the town continues its recovery from the massacre of 20 children and 6 educators. The town has begun reviewing ideas for a permanent memorial, and the first construction work has begun on the new Sandy Hook Elementary School to replace the building that was razed last year. The city now owns the home where the shooter lived, and now it has to decide what will happen to it. The gunman Adam Lanza shot and killed his mother on December 14, 2012 before driving to the school where he gunned down the victims with a semi-automatic rifle before committing suicide. A Utah mother is facing charges after leading police on a chase with a car full of kids. Here's the video. You can see it for yourself. Sparks flying from a flat tire on the woman's car. At one point, police say the driver made a dangerous pass around a truck that was trying to stop her from passing. The woman eventually stopped the car and got out with 6 children, ages 1 to 11. She faces felony evading charges and 6 counts of child endangerment. Without a firm yes, the answer is no. On college campuses across New York's public university system, a universal affirmative consent standard is now part of a sexual assault prevention policy. The yes means yes standard could spread to private campuses next year through legislation favored by Governor Andrew Cuomo, as states face pressure to improve their handling of campus sexual assaults. California adopted a similar measure, and New Jersey and New Hampshire are also considering them. A set of twins will be celebrating a sequential day for the rest of their lives. Annabelle and Evelyn Dickinson were born Saturday, December 13th, 2014. As you may have guessed, that's otherwise known as 12-13-14. The twins were born naturally in a Chicago hospital, so this wasn't a case of the parents trying to work the numbers in their favor. Their mother, Rachel, is recovering well, and she's just happy that her babies are healthy. Another 20 years will pass before the next sequential date. That'll be January 2nd, 2034, or 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, it is now 8:27. It's time to take another look at our weather with Chief Meteorologist Keith Thompson. I'm always looking up there to see when we pop up.
There you go.
And there you are, and so I know we're here.
That's time for me to talk. That's how I know.
Keith, what can you tell us?
We have some damp roads out there across West Michigan right now. This is a live look at I-196 at Lake Michigan Drive. Looks like a little sunshine might be trying to break through the clouds, but we're going to be dealing with lots of clouds today. The temp's not moving up very much. We're going to be in the mid to upper 40s, much warmer than average. I'll have much more on what you can expect not only today, but the week ahead coming up.
Done already? Okay. Thanks, Keith. Car is sprayed with bullets overnight. What police are doing to try and find out what happened. We'll have that for you in just a few moments.
Liberty Square Furniture welcomes you home for the holidays. Experience the warmth of authentic Amish furniture, quality pieces that will become tomorrow's heirlooms, plus holiday accessories to brighten your home. Liberty Square Furniture in Portage.
News Channel 3 cares for West Michigan and your children. That's why we air programming designed specifically to educate and inform your children. Children's programming reports and other license information is kept in a public file and can be viewed online at www.mt.com.
It's time to be merry. Come into Bigby and enjoy a peppermint stick mocha. Hurry, it's only available for a limited time.
It's time to be.
It's Yonkers Christmas Countdown Sale this Sunday through Thursday. Most stores open 7 a.m. to midnight. Save 25 to 50% store-wide, like 40 to 60% off ladies and men's coats, $14.99 box jewelry, men's sleepwear and slippers 40% off, and 30 to 45% off Keurig coffee makers. Plus, use your coupon available online and take an extra $50 off your purchase of $100 or more. Shop in-store or online. Yonkers.
There's no need to put away your clubs for the winter. Put them in your car and head for year-round golf. Practice your swing on one of the 34 tee stations. Work on your putting. Or play any one of the 30 world-famous courses on our golf simulators. So whether you're swinging a club for the first time or you've played all your life, Year-Round Golf is the place to go to work on your game or to just have a little fun. Year-Round Golf on US 131 in Schoolcraft.
Liberty Square Furniture welcomes you home for the holidays. Experience the warmth of authentic Amish furniture, quality pieces that will become tomorrow's heirlooms, plus holiday accessories to brighten your home. Liberty Square Furniture in Portage.
You're watching News Channel 3. I'm Jared Werksma. Now you're live at 7:30. Top 3 stories. Governor Snyder was in Battle Creek yesterday honoring the Air National Guard as they were renamed as the 110th Attack Wing. The wing is moving into a new phase as it gets ready to break ground on a $7 million renovation project that will convert their space into a remotely piloted aircraft operations center. Governor Snyder also spoke about his excitement of Fort Custer's chances of getting a ballistic missile defense system. One person is in the hospital after a crash in Ottawa County. Deputies were called to I-196 east of 32nd Avenue in Hudsonville just before 10 last night. Deputies say the victim is 28-year-old Michaela Northice from Holland. They say the driver in front of her hit their brakes, so Northice tried to avoid them and lost control. The car went off the north side of the road, hit a guardrail, then crossed both lanes of traffic, eventually stopping in the median. Good news is she's expected to be okay. There is only one day left to sign up for insurance under the Affordable Care Act if you want coverage by the first of the year. Open enrollment is right now through February 15th. The millions already enrolled could see some changes in their plans and premiums in the new year. A study suggests the current premiums are going up more than 5%. The state director for Enroll America says last year, 87% of all those enrolled received financial assistance. Good morning. I'm Jared Werksma in for Jessica.
And I'm Keith Thompson in for Cindy this morning. Thanks for being with us. Outside right now, it's damp and gray. We're looking at I-196 at Lake Michigan Drive right now, courtesy of the MDOT camera there. And as you can see, skies are mostly cloudy. Looks like the sunshine's trying to peek through, but not having much success. It's all quiet on live Doppler radar. Our 100-mile scan right now not showing anything. Now, we do have, again, a lot of moisture in the air, so that's why the roads might be wet where you are. Not a lot, though, coming down actually from the sky. There's a fine mist out there. Temperatures are well above average. This time of year, this time of day, we should be in the upper 20s or so to around 30, but instead mid to upper 40s, and that's about where we're going to be hanging all day. Current visibility, fog, not an issue this morning, unlike the last couple of mornings. Visibility at 9 miles in Battle Creek, 8 in Kalamazoo, 5 in Coldwater. It's lowest right now in Grand Rapids and Muskegon, but even there, still at 3 miles. 44 this morning. We're going to be in the upper 40s by noon. Upper 40s to end the day as well. We do have some colder air on the way. I'll tell you when it arrives coming up just a little bit later on. Jared?
Keith, thank you very much, sir. Bullets fly, hitting a car multiple times in Grand Rapids this morning. Police are trying to figure out exactly what happened, and News Channel 3's Brittany Gray is as well. She joins us live in the newsroom now with the details. Brittany?
Jared, that car was hit 5 times very early this morning, but Grand Rapids police tell me the owner of that car did not call them until about an hour after the fact. Around 1:30 this morning, someone living in the 1100 block of Fisk Street Southeast called 911 to report that they'd heard several gunshots. Then at 2:30, police received another call. A man told police he'd been driving with his sister not far from Fisk Street Southeast when they heard those gunshots. However, that second call came from an area in Kentwood, about 6 miles from where the caller said he'd heard those gunshots. A lieutenant tells me the brother and sister knew at the time that their car had been hit. Now authorities are working to figure out exactly why they waited so long, a full hour, to call police. Officers are investigating that situation right now. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Reporting live in the newsroom, Brittany Gray, News Channel 3.
Brittany, thank you very much. A vigil is planned tonight for 2 Athens residents. One, a 13-year-old boy who was trapped underneath a 30-ton trailer filled with grain. The other, a man injured in a severe car accident. Luke Lamson became stuck under the weight of a 30-ton tractor last Sunday while helping his uncle and on the family farm in Leroy Township. He was rushed to the hospital and underwent surgery. He suffered a crushed pelvis, broken arm, and has an issue with his lungs. After multiple surgeries, he is now amazingly talking.
I knew that as soon as that pressure was taken off of him, that likely he would bleed to death before we got to the hospital. And I chose to ride with him in the ambulance and talk to him through the whole thing. All the experts have said it's just a miracle that he survived the accident and made it to the hospital.
Good luck to that family. The joint vigil for both is scheduled for tonight at Bronson Methodist Hospital in Kalamazoo. It starts from 5 to 5:30. Civil Air Patrol, along with the help of volunteers, decorated the graves of our fallen veterans yesterday, making sure the men and women who served are not forgotten this holiday season. News Channel 3's Lauren Spranger has more on the Wreaths Across America event.
A moment to stop and remember.
I feel humbled.
Dozens of military men and women, families and volunteers laying wreaths at the feet of our fallen heroes here at Fort Custer National Cemetery.
When you look at the stones and you start to remember there's something behind that name.
We come out, we lay really anywhere from a couple hundred to a couple thousand wreaths on as many of the grave sites as we can.
Many of these veterans returning home from war to loved ones, then laid to rest alongside their military brothers and sisters.
This is a way that I can honor those who have fought, because without the military, we wouldn't have many of the freedoms we enjoy today.
Others taken too soon, making the ultimate sacrifice.
My son, Sergeant First Class Jeff Griffey, is buried here because all of our children are here. This cemetery is holding them. It's the final resting place of our heroes.
Nearly 500 thank yous offered on these graves today, part of the Wreaths Across America event, with a moment of silence happening at 200 sites across the U.S. at noon, honoring all branches of the military.
A way for us to honor those who have served in the military and those who are still serving.
A holiday tradition in its 9th year here at Fort Custer, one of many more to come.
Well, I think it's a great remembrance, and especially at Christmas time when we have we're enjoying all the good foods and bringing with our families. There's a lot of people who cannot be with their families.
That was Lauren Spranger reporting. More than 200,000 wreaths were laid on veterans' graves across the country yesterday. Local law enforcement came together to put a smile on the faces of children in Calhoun County. Our cameras were there, capturing those smiles yesterday morning for the 3rd annual Shop with a Cop event. It all happened at the Walmart on B Drive North in Battle Creek. Lights and sirens were flashing as the kids arrived to the store with a special police escort. Each little one then received a gift card and had a chance to pick out a few presents along with the help of police officers.
For the kids especially, they get an opportunity to come out to shop and interact with law enforcement, just to really let them see that we're human just like they are.
Neighborhoods Incorporated served as a financial sponsor. The Department of Health and Human Services chipped in by selecting the kids for the event. There's a novel but necessary holiday donation drive in our area, and News Channel 3's Amy Heibels has more about the group, hoping to cover every baby's bottom by Christmas.
During the holiday season, you hear an awful lot about donation drives, but it's usually for coats and hats or canned food items. We learned about a different type of donation drive. The goal, to cover every baby's bottom by Christmas.
Yeah. Sally Reams with the Elizabeth Upjohn Community Healing Center says their therapist made a surprising discovery during home visits.
That babies had dirty diapers, and there was no immediate relief in sight.
Reams says she recognized it was an expensive but needed commodity.
It's not available at food banks. It's not available with bridge cards. It's really a desperate situation for some families in need.
Families like Akila Simpson, who's raising 4 children, 2 in diapers, including her youngest, 4-month-old Anila.
The cheapest that you could get them is like $6, and they the cheap kind, so like you urinating them like 3 times is done, so you really won't want to get those.
Simpson says if you go too cheap, the baby ends up with diaper rash. Cost is an important consideration, as she just recently landed a part-time job and is living in a motel that serves as a shelter. A local business that specializes in paint stripping and derusting, Kalamazoo Stripping, is partnering with the Community Healing Center by launching a diaper drive. The goal?
We're going to cover every baby's bottom by Christmas.
I love it. I actually love it. I do, because it's I won't have to come out of, pocket of the little money that I do have left for my rent, and I'm grateful for that.
If you want to get involved, just make sure you get those diaper donations over to Kalamazoo Stripping, located at 3921 East Center Avenue in Portage between the hours of 8 and 3:30. They are taking donations through December 22nd. They hope to fill a 24-foot box truck. The donations will then be taken to the community healing centers, and the therapists who work with the parents will distribute the diapers. Reporting in the newsroom, Amy Heibels, News Channel 3.
That is a lot of diapers. Good luck to them. A group of carolers are raising their voices, hoping to break a world record. What they are sending thousands out to raise money for and get their name added to the book. That's coming up.
Phil, two young lovers.
She says you shoved her into the wall.
I gently moved her. Which one? I went like this. Is telling the truth.
Push me as hard as she pushed you.
Monday at 4 on News Channel 3.
We love Steve Harvey. People walk away with good information from him.
It's his job to impress you. It's not your job to impress him.
Don't miss a moment of Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey, weekdays at 3 on News Channel 3.
It's time to be happy today. You see, for your holiday, you want to share a little cheer this time of year. You'll see, it's time to be, it's time to be, it's time to be.
It's time to be merry. Come into Big B and enjoy a peppermint stick mocha, hot, iced, or frozen. Hurry, it's only available for a limited time.
It's time to be.
Excuse me, this bill is almost double what I was expecting.
Well, it covers all your work, and then some.
Then some?
Like office supplies.
Those are fish.
Well, I'm off to the club.
Then some?
Okay, let's try something new.
And here's your statement.
I could hug you.
Bring it in.
At Aspen Dental, we're not just fixing teeth, we're fixing dentistry with the promise of low prices and no surprises. Just call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL.
Find great home improvement gift ideas at Menards. This 18-gauge brad nailer kit from Boss Stitch features Smart Point technology, which provides easier nail placement through a smaller nose footprint. Just $99. Another great gift is this 10-gallon wet dry vac from Shop Vac. It features a powerful 5.5 horsepower motor and a durable stainless steel tank for only $69.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Now, Keith Thompson with your Severe Weather Center forecast.
Well, once again, we are looking at gray weather today in West Michigan, just like we have the last couple of days. However, our temps have been stair-stepping up, and so today we are going to be mild with readings near 50 degrees this afternoon. Occasional drizzle, not out of the question, but not looking for anything widespread. It's the same story on Monday. We're going to be gray. Occasional light rain not out of the question, and again unseasonably mild colder air will move in later this week. You know, this is not like December, at a time when typically we're talking about Arctic blasts, temperatures falling, plummeting. Instead, our temperature trend is going in the other direction. It is headed up, and that's going to take us to near 50 degrees here, not only today but tomorrow, and we're going to be in the neighborhood on Tuesday. But by late Tuesday, the temps start to fall as we get back to earth and what is typical for this time of year, as those highs will be in the mid-30s, maybe even lower 30s by the end of the week to come. Live Doppler radar right now, 100-mile scan. It's all quiet, nothing going on, at least as far as the radar is concerned with rainfall. We do have a lot of mist. The air is very moist, and that's why you might encounter some wet pavement when you're driving. But here's the good news. We're way above freezing, so no problem at all with any icy spots. 47 in Kalamazoo right now under cloudy skies. Area-wide, it's a pretty narrow temperature range from 43 in Mount Pleasant on the colder side to 48 in Battle Creek on the warmer side. Sturgis here also at 43 degrees. But again, everybody really sort of tucked in between those mid to upper 40s. Now, our visibility down just a bit. Grand Rapids, Muskegon, Lansing along I-96 here down to 2 miles. Even so, that's not as problematic as what we've seen over the last couple of mornings. Much better along I-94 in Kalamazoo and Battle Creek, 8 and 9 miles. Cold water along I-69 at 5. So there could still be some patchy visibility issues, especially along I-96 this morning. Mainly, we're just looking at low clouds. Look at this with Storm Tracker. Our whole area really sucked in with these low clouds. Look at the cloud pattern here, the movement way up and over. This is riding right along with the jet stream. Notice how it sends the clouds up and over and then back down here. That really sort of tells you where the upper level winds are flowing right now. And that is a warmer pattern, to be sure, for us here in West Michigan. That's why we're looking at highs today in the upper 40s. We might even hit 50 degrees with cloudy skies. Again, a sprinkle or two not out of the question. Cloudy tonight, a low of 43. Let's go into the 7-day forecast. Slight chance for a few showers on Monday, better chance on Tuesday. As a cold front approaches, that will cause our temps to fall. On Wednesday, we're only going to be in the 30s, the same for Thursday and Friday. Could see some light snow on Wednesday still. Not a lot of drama in that forecast.
I love it. Keep it rolling.
As you know, for drivers, for example, not really a lot of problems and no winter storms on the way for now. Getting closer to Christmas. Folks would like a white Christmas. So we're going to have to see how that pans out.
Might be the best of both worlds. Early ski season for people who love it. Get a little bit of a break and then still a white Christmas.
And then get a second season for the skiers.
Everybody's happy.
That's right.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. We should have some video right now of carolers in Connecticut, but I'm not seeing it or hearing it. A small town in Connecticut is going for a world record for the most Christmas carolers in the same place at the same time. The town is in Wisconsin. That has the current record, I should say, for 122 carolers. Folks are taking to the streets not only for the challenge, but to raise money for local arts. There's a strong connection with how weather affects our mood. I thought we were going to get to hear them carol at some point, but I guess not. We have a live guest coming in the studio who has some tips for avoiding the winter blues. We'll have that for you straight ahead.
Winter driving can be a challenge. If you get stressed out just thinking about it, think about a new set of winter tires from Bell Tire. Winter tires give you better traction and stopping power when temperatures reach 45 degrees or below. That's because winter tires are specially engineered to stay soft and pliable in the cold for maximum grip and braking performance. This winter, make sure driving is less of a challenge. For the lowest tire price period on new winter tires, get to the store that can help. Bell Tire.
'Tis the season for being with family and friends. Get ready for holiday entertaining with help from Vandenberg Furniture. Deck the halls with beautiful accent tables and chairs, specially priced at the Vandenberg Furniture Holiday Sale. You'll also find a wonderful selection of recliners, including 2-for-1 starting at just $6.99. From sofas to sectionals, desks to dining. Spruce up your home for the holidays with help from the holiday sale. Going on now at Vandenberg Furniture on US 131, 1 mile north of Schoolcraft.
During the past 50 years, Timber Ridge has been creating great memories for families with the best skiing, riding, and tubing in Southwest Michigan. Start off in our beginners areas, glide down the long cruisers, or challenge the terrain parks. Be sure to visit Timber Ridge for family learn to ski and snowboard programs. Get top brands at Timber Ridge's ski and snowboard shop, plus warm up in our cozy day lodge for great food and spirits. Remember, our slopes are lit. College night is every night. Go to timberridgeski.com for details. Timber Ridge, just 15 miles northwest of Kalamazoo.
An open door, a trusting handshake, a genuine desire to serve. These are the traits that make Joldersma and Klein the funeral home people choose when they want to be treated like family.
We continue to offer affordable traditional and memorial services, as well as direct cremation starting at $1,885, and are dedicated to a no-pressure pre-need policy.
Joldersma and Klein Funeral Home, when you want to be treated like family.
Ginger and garlic.
We're back live now on this Sunday morning. Winter weather has a way of making life a little bit gloomier, but there are ways to get rid of the blues, and we have Scott Weber here with us from the Kalamazoo Nature Center. What is your title over there?
Good morning. I'm the Farm Education Coordinator.
Farm Education Coordinator, okay, and he's explaining to us some actually new science. It's not just, obviously, winter. We all know you need chicken noodle soup. You got to stay warm, or else you get a cold, you get the flu, whatever. But it's not just kind of, you know, mom's advice. There's science now.
There is. There's a brand new branch of meteorology called biometeorology, which they've actually studied how the weather impacts human beings, animals, and especially they have found that when the weather is changing, like when we get a big rainstorm, snowstorm, maybe a cold front is coming in, it actually causes our immune systems to go down. It causes those aches and pains that some people report in their joints. So there's actually science saying that these things happen. Some people who suffer from asthma and allergies, they found that actually legitimately it makes that much worse.
Is there anything that goes to explain why that would be? I mean, like in terms of Darwinism or anything? Is there anything that goes back? It seems to me that we need to be, at our best when the temperatures drop, but our immune system doesn't want to help us out there.
Well, I would say really what it is it's our body's way of telling us to hunker down, to prepare for the changes. But in our modern, fast-paced technology era, we just want to keep going and we ignore those body signals. Yeah. And so when our body is telling us something, like when you're first feeling sick, maybe you should call in sick, and maybe you should take a break. Maybe you should
don't try to power through for the sake of the company.
Right.
All right. Maybe we should tell some of the folks here that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But you brought some fun things here to show us. I was hoping that we were going to see some kind of experiment, but I guess not. I guess not today. But you said that these are some of the things that we can use to stay healthy.
Right. Because one of the biggest things about Michigan is we get our changing weather. And then 40 to 50% of the sunshine, we only get 40 to 50% of sunshine possible in a year. And so one of the biggest things that I recommend is light therapy. And I usually
like going tanning? Is that
tanning could work.
I thought that was bad for you.
That's overrated.
Okay. Okay.
And I actually, here I've got what we use is lizard light. So using UVA, UVB to stimulate your body. It's just, 5 to 20 minutes a day just to get your body to produce the vitamin D that you need.
Gotcha.
Then there's some things like garlic and ginger, which our ancestors have used to fight illnesses. The first onset of illnesses are this is echinacea, or purple coneflower.
Echinacea. My mom loves that. She's always pushing it on me.
Yep, and it works.
What's this last one here? This
is nettles. So this is what in the summertime, stinging nettle. It's full of lots of nutrients, and like it soaks up that energy from the sun, and then first sign of illness.
Eat that stuff?
Usually use it in teas.
Gotcha.
It's dried, and you can buy it in boxes like this.
All right. Well, Scott, I hate to cut you off there. My producers are probably going nuts upstairs. I appreciate it. We are out of time. Scott Weber from the Kalamazoo Nature Center coming here with some tips on how to stay well and the science behind why we get sick during the winter. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
I really do appreciate it. Right now, it is just about 10 to 8, and it's time to check in back over at the Big Green Wall with Chief Meteorologist Keith Thompson. Keith, looks like we can stay a little bit warmer for a little bit longer.
That's for sure. No jacket required today, or maybe a light jacket anyway. We're looking at live Doppler radar right now on our 100-mile scan. As you see, it's all quiet out there, but we do have a little bit of a mist. It's awfully damp. Temperatures are going to be in the mid to upper 40s today with lots of clouds. We're going to be topping out near 50 degrees. I have much more on the weather for you coming up in just a few moments.
Furniture made possible at Furniture Outfitters, Michigan's exclusive Sauter Superstore. Stylish furniture at affordable prices. Sauter has the computer desk, bedroom set, TV stand, or entertainment center you're looking for, and Furniture Outfitters has it in stock. Take it with you and put it together at home, or Furniture Outfitters can assemble and deliver it for you. Furnish that spare room or office and save money doing it. Michigan's exclusive Sauter Superstore is Furniture Outfitters, with 2 West Michigan locations on Southwest Nidge and Portage and on 29th Street in Grand Rapids.
Hello, I'm Dr. Roger Beyer. 1 in 2 women over the age of 50 experience symptoms of urinary leakage.
Other doctors told me that my urinary leakage was a normal part of aging. Dr. Beyer didn't agree. He caught my symptoms early, and with a simple outpatient procedure, I got my normal life back. I only wish I had met him sooner.
Don't let urinary leakage control your life. Be like Julie. Do something about it now.
Call Dr. Beyer's office for an appointment or go to rogerbeyermd.com.
Take a step at a time at Burgess Antique Center.
More than 80 dealers,
in a historic 22,000 square foot building.
Books, coins, furniture, estate jewelry, and more.
We're open 7 days a week until 6 p.m. 67 East Battle Creek Street
In Galesburg, Michigan.
There's no need to put away your clubs for the winter. Put them in your car and head for year-round golf. Practice your swing on one of the 34 tee stations. Work on your putting. Or play any one of the 30 world-famous courses on our golf simulators. So whether you're swinging a club for the first time or you've played all your life, year-round golf is the place to go to work on your game or to just have a little fun. Year-round golf on US 131 in Schoolcraft.
Making headlines around the world, thousands of protesters came out for the Justice for All march in Washington, D.C. yesterday. Demonstrators took to Pennsylvania Avenue and all over the country to express the anger over deaths of unarmed black men at the hands of police.
This is just a great moment. This is a history-making moment.
At the nation's capital, protesters peacefully urged lawmakers to take action. Civil rights leader Reverend Al Sharpton spoke to the crowd, along with Eric Garner's widow, Michael Brown's parents, and Tamir Rice's mother. All three were unarmed and killed by police this year. Looking ahead to the top stories we'll be following throughout the day here on News Channel 3. This just in, a Kalamazoo man becomes trapped inside his vehicle after rear-ending a tractor in Mecosta County. It happened yesterday just after 7 p.m. Deputies say the driver, Stephen Hamming, hit the tractor that was driving on the side of the road, and his truck tipped over on its side, trapping him. Rescue crews had to cut him out. Hamming was taken to the hospital. The tractor driver was not injured. Grand Rapids police are investigating after a car is hit by bullets 5 times this morning. Officers say the owner of the car didn't call them until after an hour had passed. Someone living near where the shots were fired called 911 to report what they heard. An hour later, a man called telling police he'd been driving with his sister when his car was hit. Authorities are working to figure out why they waited an hour to call police. Luckily, no one was hurt. There is only 1 day left to sign up for insurance under the Affordable Care Act if you want coverage by the first of the year. Open enrollment is right now through February 15th. State Director for Enroll America says last year 87% of all those enrolled received financial assistance. All right, now joined by Keith Thompson once again. Keith, time for another look in at the weather.
Last check of the weather forecast, and it looks like gray skies today. I don't think you'll need the sunshades today, and you won't need that heavy coat either, as our weather is strange with a high in the upper 40s. We're already in the mid-40s. When you step outside this morning, believe me, I think one of your first thoughts are going to be, wait a minute, this doesn't feel like early December. Now, we don't have a fog issue right now to speak of. 2 miles visibility, though, in Grand Rapids, Lansing, and Muskegon. 8 to 9 around Kalamazoo and Battle Creek. But don't be too surprised to encounter a few foggy patches. It's going to be gloomy, really, for the next few days. I don't think we're going to be seeing much sunshine until we get to Wednesday or so. Chance for a little bit of drizzle today. The chance for some showers tomorrow, slight chances. Tuesday, our rain chances go up as colder air comes in for winds.
Do you know this was going to happen when it was so cold in November? Do you know it was going to go up?
Nobody knew that was going to happen. In fact, the going thing then was, hey, we're in for a cold, snowy ride. Not so.
All right. Well, Keith, thank you very much. That does it for us here on News Channel 3, live at 7:30. We hope you have a great rest of your weekend.